More often than not, the opportunities that offer the greatest amount of reward are the opportunities that present a more extreme degree of difficulty to the salesperson. You will find the application of the skills outlined in this module not only beneficial for these opportunities, you will find them mandatory. In the next few slides, we will compare the simple sale versus the complex sale, create a distinction between the two, and briefly explain the difference in skill set needed for success with complex selling scenarios. Simple sale involves less time. Shorter selling cycle. Single or few decision makers. Limited key influencers. Simpler, less complicated decision. Limited involvement from other departments or individuals. The decision has less overall impact. No one can get fired for making a bad decision. Less quantity and lower quality of information is required to justify the decision. Questions asked by the sales representative are more basic. They may focus on the present situation and any issues the prospect is facing. Junior sales professional with less polish, more able to succeed with the sales opportunity. Sales representative is able to use more skills of influence and persuasion. Complex sale involves more time, likely multiple visits. Selling cycle time increases. Multiple decision makers and/or key influencers. More complex decision. Potentially involves multiple individuals, departments, and/or locations. The decision has a greater overall impact for those making the decision, their department, or the organization. More information that is greater in depth is required to build the necessary value into the recommendation and justify the change, advancement, or expenditure. As the complexity and volumes of information increase, the need for project management skills intensifies. Questions asked by the sales professional must drill down deeper so there is a greater understanding of the present situation, desired outcome, and the supporting reasons for a favorable decision. Seasoned, polished sales executive with a mature approach to selling is more likely to have success with these opportunities. It is likely that the decision makers are more experienced, professional, and mature in their role. Therefore, the sales representative must help them with their decision by uncovering needs and then providing enough evidence to support the decision. How must the questioning strategy and needs assessment skills vary as selling scenarios graduate from basic or simple, one call close, low revenue sales opportunity, sales calls, to more complex meetings or multiple meetings? Why is it necessary to change your approach? How will this change in approach benefit you when you are working on sales opportunities that offer greater financial reward? How must the questioning strategy and needs assessment skills vary as selling scenarios graduate from basic or simple sales calls to more complex sales meetings or multiple meetings? More in-depth planning of the sales strategy and development of questions. Advanced intellect, problem-solving aptitude, and high-level impromptu questioning skills. Higher degree of sophistication, honed skills, and patience on the part of the sales professional. Leveraging of tools and resources to manage the sale and the volumes of information. Critical thinking skills, long-term vision, staying power. Enhanced powers of observation and on-the-fly evaluation traits. Why is it necessary to change your approach? Take ownership of the problem while remaining objective. Prepare yourself mentally for the long haul. Approach each situation differently and with a fresh pair of eyes. In order to be taken seriously and given due consideration. to be considered viable and maintain a competitive advantage, to have a unique view of the situation and offer options and solutions beyond the client's imagination, maximize each opportunity and achieve full financial reward, win client acceptance and commitment. How will this change in approach benefit you when you are working on sales opportunities that offer greater financial reward? Adjust your expectation level in terms of the potential results, how quickly results are achieved, and what will be required in terms of effort. Change your perspective mentally and emotionally so that you're better armed to deal with the complexities encountered. Empower you to manage more in terms of employer and client expectations. Prepare yourself for greater demands and stay focused on the big picture. Conduct yourself with a degree of professionalism and sophistication dictated by the situation. Successfully conclude a greater percentage of high payoff sales opportunities. What role does taking notes play in high impact client interviews? Accurate account records and information. Any communication, proposal, etc. afterwards is a true reflection of the conversation. Helps your listening abilities and to maintain focus. If you want to ask about something, you can write it down and come back to it when appropriate. Relying purely on memory can lead to mistakes that can negatively impact your reputation and your income. The more that you do in a day and the larger the volumes of information that you manage, the greater the need is to take notes and keep records of your communications. How can you use your records to improve sales results? Records provide historical data that can be used to revisit an account that you are unsuccessful with on the first attempt. Special or specific information can help you identify opportunities. Makes your communications with customers, prospects, and management accurate and reliable. This concludes step number 9 of the learning path. Please click on the green Next button with the white arrow in order to advance to the next step.